Come back to a post that I made that 2 years ago, and on a picture of the kid that I was celebrating as the player of the game from that game, which happened to be one of the Floresville Wildcats, and some very nasty and rude comments were made. And I'll flat out say it. And you've heard me say this kind of stuff before, Wayne. I got no qualms with it. I will delete you. I will delete you because that child had nothing to do with anything that you were talking about.
Right.
That child is a young athlete who just played out of his mind and earned an award that I presented to him. So if you go back and you look at your comment, you see it's gone, and you decide to put another one, I'm going to delete that. And the other thing is, I'm an administrator on there. I have the right to block you, and I will do it because it's ridiculous.
Gotta protect the integrity of what is most important, and that's the kids, man. A lot of people lose focus of that. They get caught up in the drama, and they don't understand it. While Friday Night Lights is an outstanding show based around youth sports, once Hollywood gets a hold of it, they're going to focus on the dramatics and the things that the storyline that are put together to draw you in and continue to watch it beyond just the score and what was taking place. I think you made a powerful statement on my show last night. That was one that really stood out to me when I went to go back and start looking at it myself, and that is they only show about maybe 10 minutes of the actual game. So 50 minutes of the rest of that is a bunch of stuff just to keep you enthralled and following. And many times the parents or the family members or just the people who are fans of the show lose focus of the fact we are talking about student athletes. We're talking about very young children. And they do watch and they do see, and while they're very excited about their involvement, you have to be mindful of the dialogue. You have to be mindful of the markers you need. So I applaud you, Kenny. I know you got to protect the integrity of what we covered did, and that's the student athletes first. Come on, man, get a grip.
Yeah, I mean, it's you hear it said all the time, and it's actually become a bit of a cliche. Is it's about the kids, but in this case, that is what this is, and it's like you said, and I said it during your show, and I'll say it again. You are basing and making a irrational decision based on a 15-minute clip of a 2-hour football game. And the
powerful statement right there. But you got to say that again, kid. You got to say that again. You got to get to McDermott for. Some people can't handle the T-bone steak. You got to get to McDermott for. Run that one more time.
Okay, one more time. Put down the fork and knife. Quit cutting in your T-bone and listen to what I got to say.
Talk to him.
You cannot make a decision or make an irrational comment based on 15 minutes of a 2-hour game. 15 minutes of a 2-hour game does not reveal the truth. Don't let me get on. Don't let me get on that. I posted on. Did you see my post on Facebook yesterday?
Yes, sir. You tell him.
Did you see?
I sure did.
Did you see that? What a profound statement that is. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. And this one was my favorite. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity.
Well, you gotta stop cooking with fish grease. You're gonna burn yourself.
Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Courtesy of Dr. Rick Rigsby. So please, if you want to know what went on during that game, I think I do a very good job of providing a very good description of the football game. You've got the entire football game at Typha Radio. Go to typharadio.com and you can go to the archives at Typha Radio and listen to the entire football game. And you will hear on several occasions me talking about the Judson Junior Rocket coaches and what they were doing on the
Right.
football field. So when your
Right.
question is, oh, the ref cheated him because he's throwing all them flags for no reason, it wasn't for no reason. I talked to them
Right.
on the phone after that football game. Trust me, I had an hour, about a 45 minute to an hour drive back to my parents' house because it was in Floresville, and
Mm.
the entire time was spent on the phone with the Judson Junior Rockets. And they kept complaining to me about how the referee was out to get him. The referee was out to get him. And my one question they just couldn't answer was, then why would you keep antagonizing him?
Yeah.
If you knew he was out to get you, if you say he didn't like you and was going to throw flags on you, then why would you antagonize him? If
Why
he
would you press it out and make it worse? Yeah.
Yeah, if he told you to stay off the football field, then stay off the football field. It doesn't matter what the other sideline's doing. That he's not on that sideline. He's on your sideline.
Right.
If he says stay off the football field, stay off the football field. If he says I'm not going to hear your arguments, don't be getting in his face, in his ear the entire time he's on the sideline. I'm throwing a flag on you too.
Yeah. I think we got to end up doing a show just on conduct. Not only not, man, I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm serious as a heart attack, man. Yo, just an on conduct period, not only from the coaches to the refs, from the parents to the coaches. Sometimes it's just the parents to the parents in the stands. Because the biggest thing out of all of this is while everybody's worried about who did this or who said that and who did what, you have an audience that is captivated and watching you as we speak by your side. These student athletes are out here and they look to the adult as role models.
Yes.
Whether it don't matter whether you're coaching, you argue with the ref. Okay, I hear that. I don't care if you're a parent and you in the bleachers and you cussing at the ref or you cussing at the coach. Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
And it's sad. You see, and I had a question. Another question was sent to me because they were questioning about the type of language that was being spoken to the kids. Um, and I responded to them in kind, and I told them, it's look, number one, no, that language is not condoned by Taifa, and as far as I know, any youth league doesn't condone that. Um, but what you fail to realize, you're seeing these clips from a TV show, and don't think they're not highlighting that stuff. Number
Right.
one. Number two, this is a volunteer league. All of the officials are volunteer. And I guarantee you, when you have an organization like Taifa that is statewide, we have chapters in the Rio Grande Valley, San Antonio, Austin, Killeen, Houston, Dallas, El Paso, West Texas, up near in Abilene, Midland, Odessa. It is impossible to cover every game, every practice, to see what everybody is doing. There are over 120 organizations in Taifa, and each organization houses no less than 4 teams.
Wow.
From ages from 4 to 13. Some organizations have 5 teams. They have a senior team that are 12 and 13-year-olds. So
Right.
you're talking every weekend during the fall season, there are that many games going on throughout the entire state, and nothing but volunteer black shirts to govern that. You're not going to see everything. You're not going to catch everything. It's just impossible to do. But no, they do not condone it. Particularly, I think the word that was being pointed out to me was the N word.
Yeah. I would love to add to it, but I think you're touching on it in a way that is very aristocratic and you cutting to the point. And I will say this: I've traveled all over the country, football games, youth football, Mississippi, then to Florida, then to Cali. Hey, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. whether the refs are free or whether the refs get paid. It happens everywhere, and it's something that has to be addressed, and it's something that usually is addressed the minute it's revealed. It's not blatant. I don't think it's tolerated by any league or any level or any organization, but it does happen. There is dialogue that takes place in front of student athletes that are, I would say, direct results of poor adult management or poor adult word usage. I would say is more accurate. But let's cut to the chase, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to get ready for yet the spring season and all and the vast leagues, because the huge number you just named, 120 different organizations. If those teams have squads from fourth grade, you said 4 years old up to 13.
Correct.
Average team has anywhere from 27 to 33 kids on it.
Yep. And
That's a lot of student athletes. Somewhere something's gonna go wrong, but I tell you what, there's a whole lot more things that go right than go wrong.
absolutely.
So let's focus on that. I know what the TV camera's gonna bring you. I know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But you have to understand the bigger picture is that it's a lot of quality mentoring, it's a lot of quality support, there's a lot of good stuff done. And to harbor or either take the approach that a kid should be the target of a derogatory comment is I'm not gonna say it's unheard of because I've seen it happen one time too many, but I just think it's ludicrous to think that you actually make some kind of headway or be able to sway anything by addressing a minor inappropriately. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean it's just something that ever since it came out on Netflix, it's just like again, it's like living in Groundhog Day, over and over again. I'm getting the same old comments, the same old questions, the same old stupidity all over social media. People that just
Right.
don't understand what they're looking at. It is a reality TV show that is built upon drama, giving you what and be honest, even though I'm involved in the show, and I've said it, I don't care what anybody's got to say about it. I am not a fan of reality shows.
Right.
I refuse to watch The Bachelor or
Docu-series.
or the
It's called
Batch
a
or the
docu-series.
Bachelorette. Yeah, I
They're
refuse.
docu-series.
I refuse to watch that stuff because why do I want to see the worst of human nature? And that's the
Mm,
bottom line. It's okay. Let's see how we can antagonize this and bring out the ugliness of people and show it to America.
right.
I,
And watch the ratings go up.
exactly. I refuse to watch that stuff. And when I see what happened in season 4, and even episode 8, the title of it is "Ruined by Adults." That was my line. If you go back and listen to the entire game broadcast, and when all the melee
Yeah.
started at the end of that game, you hear me say
Sure.
on the air, a fantastic football game ruined by adults. And folks, it was a fantastic football game. This was a game that went
Right.
down to the wire, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the penalties, regardless of anything. This is what transpired on a football field in a football game that turned out to be a fantastic game.
Mm,
Unfortunately, somebody's got to lose and somebody's got to win.
mm. Nature of the beast.
That's it. Wayne, we're out of time, man.
It's crazy, man.
That,
Funny how time flies when you have fun.
that's why I got to push this to a 2-hour show and just do it on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
So we got some time.
It was getting good too. It was like right when you ready to get out the car, your jam come on. You can't mess with you, man.
I hear you, Wayne.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will definitely talk next Tuesday because we got to talk about these Patriots. Yeah, because I got to
yes, we gonna do that.
I got to know, is Tom Brady truly the greatest of all time in the NFL? I've got a problem with it.
Mm.
I've got a problem with it.
It's a lot of people that think he